A big old boat of a 342 DS Coachmen Royale with cheese just landed here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Just came in on the trade. I don't really know what they bought, but whatever it was probably an upgrade because this is most certainly a Handyman special. This is not something we are representing as in flawless, amazing condition and working order. We are going to show you where it has had significant leaks in the front and rear walls. If you are new, if you are a first timer, if you want to try camping, do not buy this camper. This is not one for you. If you are an industrious person who enjoys a project, or you're looking for a hunting shack you can leave out on the back 40 and not really care a whole heck of a lot about, well, this could be the one for you, because this is a big, like 35-foot 2-slide trailer for less than $3 grand. This is a lot of camper for the money, but it's not flawless. So let's learn what I mean by all that. So just for the sake of being complete, because I do try to go all the way as much as I can every time here at Haylett RV, wanted to give it a quick look with the slides closed. One of the cool things about these old super slide front kitchens is that, by and large, getting to things like the fridge and the majority of the kitchen cabinetry, barring the little corner pantry and microwave area there, pretty accessible. Full walk-through middle bathroom, so everything in the bathroom is accessible. You can get to the bed when it's closed up. You can get to the rear closet when it's all closed up. That's usually less of an issue. Travel access is less of an issue on something like this. This is, by and large, very much a park-type unit. So let's get this opened up, and let's learn a bit about the bad news before we move on with what might be good news. So, what I want to focus on here are not like simple things like the fact that the carpet's a little bit faded from sun exposure, that apparently someone dropped like a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or something right here. That stuff happens over time. As much as you try not to have that happen, sometimes things like that can happen over time. Unfortunately, this RV fell into a state of disrepair, and both the front and rear walls have had significant water penetration. And where it took place is where the roof meets the front and the rear walls, called a termination strip. Those need to be maintained, or else you're going to have some pretty rough leaks like you see here. You can see that the water is kind of soaked through the water panel up here, and the reason that you see that broken piece of wallpaper right there is because somebody put their finger straight through the friggin' wall. So it has been pretty significant, and it does go all the way down to the floor here. The flooring in the kitchen seems to be good. It does seem to be localized pretty much to the front and rear walls. So what could you do about stuff like this? Well, there are a lot of people out there that flip RVs. What you could probably do is take down some cabinets. You could replace a couple ceiling and wall panels and put everything back up. Do some resealing outside. And it would probably be something you could flip and make a little bit of money on. It's, you know, that's not the type of, I'm not judging, I'm not criticizing. It's not the business that we do here at Haylett RV, but I know that there's plenty of folks out there, and it can be an honest business as long as it's represented properly and you say what you did and didn't do. So you can see this whole wall, the whole thing is crinkly, wrinkled up wallpaper from water exposure. Now, that being said, a lot of decent cabinet and countertop space here. And this has a 8 cubic foot fridge and freezer, which was not really common at the time. That was one of those things that, back at this period, Coachmen was a little bit more upscale. You know, Coachmen kind of sometimes gets a bad rap for RVs built during this generation. People like to fling the words like junk out there. But the fact is, guys, there's a lot of other RVs built during this generation that aren't on the road in any way, shape, or form or whatsoever. And this one is here. Overall, it's done better than quite a few. And now, had it received normal upkeep and care and maintenance, it'd be in better shape. Now, the front slide fascia here, you can see where some water had sponged and soaked up into there. The slide flooring and the slide out itself appears to be pretty good, actually. Let me peek at the rear corner back here. Yeah, we got some water down behind that slide corner as well. You can see where that is discolored. Big walk-through middle bathroom with, I mean, tons of space. And you got that classic middle closet here that a lot of newer RVs just don't always have. It's one of the things that I think always helped Rockwood RVs be very successful. Now, this is also taller. That was another thing on the Coachmen Royale with cheese. There's a not very funny inside joke that relates to the Royale with cheese thing. So if it doesn't make sense, just ignore me. I'm just being an idiot, halfway entertaining myself in this old thing. Big floor space in here, and I do like the big garden tub and shower. You have lots of headroom in this extra tall shower, and that clear shower door really makes this thing look pretty big. And if you get like a, you know, I don't know, back in its day, I would have said Grandpa and Grandma could wash a grandkid in there. I don't think that's going to be the purpose of this RV so much anymore. Back here, we've got our east-west queen bed in the slide out. Again, water damage at the base of the slide fascia in these, so there has been a little bit of water penetration around that slide. Although, around the slide, I don't really see too much that concerns me. But just like the front wall, the rear wall, she's done, son. She's done had it. She has seen better days, and that is plainly obvious. So, you have an idea of what this camper is, what it's not. Let's take a look outside where, really, it just needs a pretty hefty bath. The biggest thing out here, not so much this side, the opposite side you're going to see very obviously, it really needs a heavy scrubbing and cleaning on the outside. Now you see this tape on the corner. This is called slide seam tape. Oh, hold on. Is this even slide seam tape, or is this some kind of fancy white duct tape? This is some kind of fancy white duct tape. I wish that was slide seam tape. It would have held better. So somebody tried to quick patch this with just a little bit of corner duct tape. I'm going to stand here and tell you, unapologetically, given how much RV this is and how little we're asking for it, and we're certainly open to offers on something like this. We're virtually paying you to get it pulled off the dealership at this stage. I don't know that it's not leaking currently. I don't know. I don't know if anything and everything's in good working order. I know the slides work because I push the buttons. But frankly, guys, something of this condition and age, if you take it home and 2 weeks from now the slides don't work, it's yours. That's the state of this one. We're at something a little bit later model, newer. That's not normally how we would represent an RV. We always do try to represent things fairly and decently, but this one is not in amazing shape and condition. This is absolutely an as is, where is, how is. If you are welcome to come review it, you are welcome to come see what works, what doesn't. For the money that we have into this, are we planning to fix anything? No, we are not. This is here to be either a hunting shack or a super cheap dollar special. You know, we can pull it up to the building, plug it in. You can see what works and what doesn't, and whatever works or doesn't work, it's yours. Either way. And at least you know, like that's not how I prefer to do things. I would prefer to say, yeah, we're going to go through and fix this thing all up. But it wouldn't be less than $3,000 if we did that for sure. The tech time required to get this thing in the kind of condition that we're okay with would be more than what we're asking for it, period. But we do try to have a little something for everybody here at Haylett RV. And that's, amazingly, by the way, the tires are not weather checked and dry rotted. So there's something positive. Back air covers over the windows. At one point, this is a really nice coach. I don't think it could ever be a great coach again. And I think with some work, it could be okay. And it would be a lot less money than one that is good or great or outstanding. And I think that's the best that this one can hope for at this stage. I hope you understand that. I hope you feel that's fair, that we went out of our way to tell you everything that this RV is not, and not try to jazz up something that it isn't, you know? So with that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. Bring a hazmat suit.